Hey, OGL 300. Um, Welcome to Module 2. Um, Sorry, I just got a little thrown off there. You guys got a lot to do, so let's get into it. I'm going to post links to the ASU Writing Center. It's like a tutoring center, writing center. It can come in handy for anybody, anywhere. That's in our programs, and for any reason academically that you need any help with anything, it's really a brilliant option to go with. Also, I'm going to include the link for the ASU, the CISA, that's us, Counselor Training Center, which is really, a help for free consultation for even for me, faculty, admin, students, anybody. It's a good option to have out there during these stressful times. Okay. I hope everybody's feeling well. I mean, I've been exposed a couple of times here, I think, but so far so good. Cross fingers, knock on wood. All right, let's take a look. There are no late penalties for Easter eggs. Send them as soon as you can, yes, but I put the due dates up there just to encourage you to get to it, to encourage you to get started on the module, and to also, as all my due dates show, a chronological order for the class. All right. If we don't have those things, it's chaos, right? Cats and dogs living together. And it's just like George Carlin said, Mother Nature gave us time to prevent everything from happening at once. So stick with me now. So there's a reason I have the staggered due dates and things, okay? Uh, Also, as for the rubrics you're seeing, those are artifacts from an early civilization, from other instructors who taught this class. I said I'm not a rubrics fan. Yay, rubrics! I'm not a fan. And I'm a fan of Tampa Bay right now, too. By the way, it's Sunday, January 16th, and I got money on Tampa. Okay, so let's proceed, shall we? All right. Um, the Let me go through. Let's see the reflections. I talked to you about the total amount of points in this class last week, and it should be okay. There is where is it? Where is it? Here it is. Okay, there is 1,120 points in this class that you can see. That's too many. But here's the deal. So I based the course on 1,000 point system. 900 above is an A, 800, 899 B, 700, 799 C. There are 7 reflections, one in each module at 60 points each. Therefore, I'm saying you're required to do 5, 5 modules. If you don't, then you just didn't, I guess. I mean, nothing is required, right? Nothing in this world. I'm just saying, if you get your money's worth for your tuition, 5 out of 7 reflections are required. You can do 6 out of 7, and there's your extra credit, 60 points. All right. If you want to do 7 out of 7, I don't know why, because you can't just do 7 out of 7 and skip a bunch of other stuff. I prefer not. But talk to me if that's something you wanted to do. Okay. So I want to make sure that's clear about reflections. You can skip 2 of them. All right. And you'll still be in the 1,000 point system. If you skip 1, you'll be at a 1060 system, which is a 6% extra credit option. Okay. Before we get started in here, let's do Easter egg number 1, which is take care of yourself. All right. I know you have others to take care of. It's very true. I do as well. Here's one of them right here. No, my son. By the way, my son just got notified he got accepted to grad school at ASU a week after he applied. So either A, they really wanted him badly, or B, I mean, I don't know. Anyways, I'm really happy for him. Excited. He's going to take a master's in public history. And so, anyways, um, all right. Always put your class number on the emails. Put it OGL 300. Put it in a subject line. Put it in a body. I don't care. Just give me, because I have over 100 students. I can't look you up by name like that. I get an idea, but I'm teaching a lot of OGL classes. A lot of them, overlap in some ways, and I'm not familiar completely with them. So to speed things up, tell me what class you're in, okay? Um, all right. Oh, thanks for the intros and welcome. The intros were fascinating. Love that part of the class. Got students from everywhere, from Hawaii to Italy and points in between, north to south. It's fabulous. I like hearing about your perspectives. I love hearing from Starbucks scholars. I love hearing from, former military service people, from, anyone. It's just excellent. Okay. So really good to have you here. Okay. I'm sure there are a few of you that could take over this class for me, and please see me after class. Okay. Let's talk about Module 1, going backwards. The reading was North House, Chapter 1, and there's the corresponding PowerPoint. I found it fascinating. I have the online version. I'm trying to get a hold of my Sage rep to give me a hard copy. I haven't been able to do it, so I'm going to start taking my own notes and putting them down and stuff. But I thought North House, Chapter 1 was fascinating. All right. I like the approach of the class. In terms of the check gland attachment, another good one. The emperor has no clothes, what have you. Great one. And then you had the 4 videos. You had an activity, and was very clear to start work on that, because reflection 2, you just start work on that. There's surveys, 5 surveys to complete. All right, I yawned in the previous class video already, so I'm 2 for 2. All right, and then there's a quiz, and there's a reflection. Reflection 1 is due tonight. There was the quiz, I should say. The activity you had, need to get started on that, because it integrates with the activity and reflection number 2, okay? Reflection number 1 is due tonight. I changed some things. Firsthand, no response needed. It was too late for me to change it from a discussion board to an assignment, so I'm leaving it as a discussion board post. Do me a favor. Do not just give me one long, drawn-out passage. Please give me line breaks instead of paragraph. Paragraph indents are a pain. You can't hit tab, whatever. Give me line breaks, okay? Especially if there's numbered questions to answer, something like that. Just give me a number, give me line breaks, give me something that I can see that's organized so I can see it, okay? Because if I got to drone on and on through it and try to figure out where one prompt response ended, another one prompt started, you're going to get dinged. You're going to get dinged. You need to present, okay? It's the same way if you're out house shopping, right? You drive up to a house and there's weeds everywhere, the windows are broken and all this stuff. And you didn't go inside, and inside happens to be gorgeous. The backyard's landscaped, there's a swimming pool, there's all this stuff, but their presentation sucked, right? So that's an extreme, of course, but you get what I'm saying. Curb appeal. Make your paper have curb appeal in your discussion board and your paper, which brings me to the reflection for number 2. I already changed it to a Word doc submitted assignment. There is no responses needed. Okay, just remember the rubrics. Yes, it's 60 points. It's artifact to rubric. I will use it as a guideline, but I think you know what you're doing. Submit it in Word. Okay, you'll see that for reflection number 2. Reflection number 1, you're fine. Just submit it. No response is needed to anybody. Okay. So for now, Easter egg number 2, let's call it. Easter egg number 2 is don't wait for due dates. All right, that's a general advice. Don't wait for due dates, because I know a lot of students, which I understand, you got busy lives, you want to have, your time segmented correctly. So you'll wait and see Canvas calendar. What's due today? Okay, I'll do it. What's due tomorrow? Okay, I'll do it tomorrow. If you do that, you're going to suffer. My advice is look at each module, which is a week, determine what you've got to get done and what needs to be started when. You have readings, of course. Okay, you have videos. In fact, module 2, you got chapter 2 and 3. All right, so we're up in our game now to a faster level. Remember, this is a compressed course. It's still the same course that will be taught in 15 weeks. 15 weeks, you're required to put in about 130 hours. You still squeeze that 130 hours down to 7 weeks. It's not like you have to only do 65 hours now to 130. No, you got to do them all. So you've got 2 chapters, 2 and 3. There's corresponding PowerPoints. They're really helpful, I think. You got videos. There's a bunch of them. They're approximately 40 minutes of videos. All right. And then you have an activity, which includes surveys and leadership questionnaires for 5 people. You should be able to get those. I know it's hard this day and age, okay? But do your best. Let me know if you have a serious problem that you are not in contact with 5 people. You could send the PDF to somebody by email, and they could maybe write down their responses in a way that you can match them up and do it that way, okay? So there are some limitations, but I think you can get around them. Key is don't wait till the last day, okay, to get that done, all right? Because people are going to be busy too. So that's important. So you got those series. And then you got the discussion board due on the 21st. Let's take a quick look at that, huh? Shall we? Module 2, discussion. Okay, so that one's there's 4 different topics. You only have to choose one. That's pretty good stuff. So look at all 4 of them. Choose one. Give me about a 300-word minimum post. And then 2 of your classmates, 150-word minimum on those. This is by Friday night. There was instructions in there about making your main post and waiting 24 hours for your responses. I don't do that. I just say start posting them, do your responses, it's fine. Responses should come after the main post. I think it's set up that you should not see anybody else's post until you post. Allow threaded replies. Users must post before seeing replies. Bam, that's what I wanted, okay. And remember, again, for discussion board, to leave me line gaps where you would paragraphs, all right? And the instructions are pretty self-explanatory, okay? So I won't go through that here, all right? And then you got the quiz, which is 20 questions at 2 points each. I give you an hour to do it. The quizzes in this class, I reviewed them. I got a little concerned later on. There were these groups of questions and choosing groups and stuff, things I'd never experienced or done before from my end where we're making the sausage, right? So if you run into any problem, let me know on quizzes, okay? This one, again, looks pretty straightforward. The first one did too, and a lot of you did really well, and it was good to see, okay? That means you're doing the work. I like that because there's a lot of value in this, in these OGL courses. I really have found it to be true. The quiz is due on the 22nd. That's Saturday. And then Sunday is a reflection again, and that's the one where you want to put it together based on those, there's chapter 2, chapter 3, listen recording by Nordhaus. I don't know if there's any issue here. It should be self-serving. I took out the requirement for response, and there you go. And there you go. And that's it for Module 2. It's going to go by pretty quick, isn't it? I realize there's no school tomorrow, but that doesn't matter to you, right? Doesn't matter to me, that's for sure. Although I don't have my classes, though. So I could save money, no parking out to park. Can you, like I said, get a hold of me if you have questions, comments, or concerns. We're only at 14 minutes. You're getting off pretty late. But I do these videos not to go over too much detailed about material unless I see something that really trips my trigger, because frankly, this is not a requirement either, doing these videos. We're not a live class. We don't meet over Zoom. We don't have lectures. We don't, blah, blah, blah. But I want to do this to let you know that I am here in real time, more or less, that you can contact me, and that I want to go through some things here to give you clarity, and some people, we all work better differently. Some people see, the written word better. Some people want to watch TV, watch this. Some people want to see diagrams and things. So hopefully this will help you to contextualize the material and your duties as a student in this class. In the meantime, let's do Easter egg number 3, which is contact your instructor. Don't forget to put your class on your email, especially for Easter eggs, okay? Because otherwise it may go unanswered. Other than that, I think that's about it. Okay, so y'all be well and stay healthy this week, and keep in touch. Right? Okay, forks up. Peace.